If you're in the studio, you might want to join in. If you want to stay on the balls, then do that. We're just going to stay at hands and knees if we're at home, and move our spines in any which way. So getting a moment to clear a little bit of stickiness on the sides of the spine. You can already engage in a deeper and slower breath. Move the head around a little, move in and around the chest and shoulder blades. Allow the shoulder blades to glide across the back of the rib cage. And isn't it wonderful when we remember the shoulder blades glide across the back ribs, like hands kind of holding the back of our heart space. It invites us to remember that the whole body glides across itself. Otherwise, how on earth would we be moving? And you can go forwards and backwards now. So explore the movement of going forwards and backwards. You might go half plank and into a cobra. You might not be ready for back bends yet, but in your own way, keeping the knees and the hands static on the floor, but everything else is allowed to move. If you've been moving freely, doing yoga, doing free movement for a while, there'll be something so soothing and satiating, like having a sip of water when you're thirsty, to allow the surfaces, the inner surfaces, to glide and move. What deep relief we find. Of course, when we're not accustomed to moving in such ways, it might feel so new and uncomfortable, but eventually it's just so satiating, so satisfying. It feels like home. And so I can legitimately say, welcome home to you. And you'll know what I mean because you can feel it. And so we'll go from free form play, forwards and backwards, to some side stretching. So this action takes a left foot out to the side, you kickstand out, and then you just lengthen into side stretch. And so add that side stretch into the mix. And so you can go to the other side. So in your own time, add some side action. And so there's no need to rush. I'm going to keep suggesting things so you can just add them into your free movement. Each time you stretch out to the side, you can also perhaps charge up a little. The top hand and the leg could maybe come into the center, and you can touch maybe the knee and the elbow, and then stretch them out again. Just playing around with, oh, I've got access to that top side of my body. I can play around with that top side, and then give yourself a break and go to the other side maybe. So side stretching is one of the things that we can do in this position, or perhaps we can link up and create a little bit of a relationship with the top arm and the bottom leg. And then we'll just enjoy that for another few moments. The side stretch, and then the charging up. All right, let's get off our hands, give them a break. Take a tuck of the toes, and then the knees and the feet can come towards the center. Sit back onto the heels, so you've got the toes stretching, and just shake out the hands. All right, we'll interlock the hands and lift them up towards the ceiling. Take 3 deep breaths. 1. Exhale. 2. and 3. And then we'll go back onto our hands to give our feet a rest, tap the feet out, and then tuck them under and come into a down dog. So let's move and play in our down dog now. Bend one knee at a time. And since down dog is a familiar place, there'll be some familiar actions that you'll want to take, maybe lifting a leg up towards the sky, perhaps. That might feel satiating. It might feel good. So lifting one leg up might feel great. You can go forwards and backwards, plank to down dog. So play from down dog in any which way. If you feel tired today, just play from hands and knees, just continue to play from hands and knees, because it might be that you're not in the mood to take so much weight through your arms quite yet. You can also go all the way through to a cobra or an up dog if you'd like. So down dog, forwards, in whichever way, through chaturanga if you want, but maybe a little back bend. All right, let's walk forwards into floppy forward bend. Take our elbows and just drape the spine a little, release the head, move the head around, release the neck, release the connection between the spine and the skull. You can take a sighing breath there, maybe. And then walking up the legs, you can just take your hands onto your knees. Let the pressure clear from the face slowly. Take a moment to get up to standing. Let's come to a wide legged stance along the mat. So we're going to toes out, knees out. We'll just bend and lengthen the legs. We'll bend the knees just a little bit. We'll interlock the hands, lift them up towards the ceiling, and take those 3 deep breaths. You might even close your eyes. 1. Exhale, putting a little power through the legs and some space in our breathing. 2. And 3. You can take the hands down, lean down on the hands. So lean onto the legs, lean completely heavily onto the legs. Take one shoulder forwards and just allowing a side stretch to occur. So going from side to side in your own time. These familiar actions, giving some relief, soothing ourselves through a free form move around, not trying to get anywhere. Okay, let's take the weight again with the legs. So hands are coming off, and we're going to go from side to side, side to side, side to side. Let's take the hands out and really open the hands as far as you can. Spread the hands and going from side to side, going from side to side. That's it. There is a little bit of charge through the legs. There's definitely charge through the hands. Smooth, slow breathing. This is not in any breath cycle. We're just going to charge up the arms and the legs. Smooth action. Just take 3 more breaths here. Smooth breathing, smooth action, gliding. It's warming up a little in the limbs. Okay, so let's take sweeping breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms open like a big circle. Hands meet at the center, and we come down and sit for 3 breaths. Close your eyes, inhale, deep breath 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale, really getting the energy to lift as you breathe deeply. Inhale 3. Exhale here. Like a fountain, you're going to spill upwards. Inhale, lift up and share out. Smooth movement, a big open circle. Gather, 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 and bring yourself right into the center. 3 breaths. Feeling the earth energy on the first breath. Exhale. Feeling the energy from the tissues, from your living tissues on the second. Exhale. Feeling the energy of the mind on the 3rd breath. Exhale here, and then like a spring bursting up, inhale, reach up, exhale out. And again, scoop and gather, and you're gathering your focus, bringing yourself right into the center, earth energy on the first breath. Cellular, physical, living energy of tissues on the second breath. The energy of the mind on your third breath. And then spill up, lift up, inhale, and share out, exhale. Scoop and gather. Bring yourself right into the center and feel the rejuvenation of earth energy, constant earth energy. Physical, cellular energy, living tissue, living animal energy. And then the energy of the mind, feel it. You can feel the energy of the mind. And then spill up, reach up, inhale, share out, exhale. Let's do 2 more rounds. Scooping and gathering our focus. Bring yourself right into the center, feeling earth energy. Feeling the animal, physical energy. Feeling the energy of the mind. Sheer abundance spills up, shares out. Okay, 1 more round. Scooping and gathering yourself. Bring yourself right into the center. Earth energy. Physical, biological energy. The energy of your own awareness. The energy of your awareness. And then spill up. Share out. Okay, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. We just give ourselves a little jump around, little tiny dance around, just a little shaking. Shake out your hands. And if you're not in the mood for jumping, just a little shaking. You can shake out your feet as well. I'm just going to do this for about a minute, just shaking out. It's nice to allow the shoulder blades to shake up and down. So the shake of the shoulders. Allow that to affect your breath. Allow the tongue and the jaw. You might even make it audible. So it's really bouncing and shaking around. Shake your hands, shake your shoulder. The bottom lip is shaking. 10 more seconds, shaking around. 5 more seconds, this weird shaking dance. And then settle. We'll just stand for a moment, get bright. So just open your toes a little bit on the mat, open your hands and lift your chin just for a moment. You're bright, radiant. There's a gesture here, a mudra, that the sun is on the inside. And you're slowly, slowly breathing. You're catching your breath, you're slowing your breath down. You're catching your breath. How wonderful. 2 or 3 more breaths. Slow yourself down. Last breath here. Wrap yourself up, give yourself a big hug, soften the knees, drop your chin towards your chest, and then just rock as though you're holding a baby, just rocking a little from side to side. And you're just, as you rock a little from side to side, you're just stretching the back body just a little, easing into back body opening. And of course, it's nice to have a hug. We've been waiting for a hug. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's come into some Hatha yoga versions of sun salutation, so we can stimulate our metabolism, get our blood to flow, get our breath to flow. All right, so we're standing at the top of the mat. We'll start slowly. If you want to go in your own time, you know the sequence, you can just go ahead and do it. All right, let's come into inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. The right foot steps back, the back knee comes down, the arms come up, inhale. Exhale, down dog, hands down, step back. Into the back bend. You can bring your knees down and then your chest down and scoop into the back bend. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forwards, back knee down, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend, step forwards. Inhale, arms up. And back to the beginning. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Left foot back, back knee down, arms up. Inhale. Down dog, hands down, step back. Into the back bend, the knees come down, the chest comes down, you scoop through into a back bend. And then it's a down dog, exhale. Left foot forwards, back knee down, arms up. Inhale. Step forwards, forward bend. Inhale, arms up. And back to the beginning. Go a little faster. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Right foot back, back knee down, arms up. Down dog. Scooping into the back bend. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forwards, back knee down, arms up. Forward bend. Arms up. And the beginning, one more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Left foot back, back knee down, arms up. Down dog. Back bend. Down dog. Left foot steps forwards. Forward bend. Arms up. And then just pause in the beginning and the beginning posture of standing. Let's shake a little bit. So we're not jumping, we're just having a little shimmer shake. So the hands are kind of bobbling around. We want the shoulders and the arms to release. Boobs are obviously shaking as well. Let those boobs and bums, bellies, shake. We're going to just get a little shake out and then standing for a moment, letting a shimmer be felt through the system. Let's switch methods and do the Ashtanga version of sun salutation now. So we can do some standing poses inside the mix. Bring some blocks up to the top of your mat. And we're going to go through sun salutation B so we can take ourselves into a breathing and moving sequence that we all know and love, and that we can take a moment to explore some standing poses as well. Let's stay for a couple of breaths in some of our favorite places. It's predictable that the first favorite place is chair pose. Let's inhale chair pose and stay. Bring your fingertips to touch and then slow movement up and down. It's like you're on a seesaw, slow movement. You can breathe and move in sync. It may be that the movement is too fast for the breathing, so breathe slower than the movement. We'll take one last deep inhale. And then exhale, fold down. Bring the hands at the back of the legs and we'll just release here for a moment. Release the head, release the neck. Smooth, slow breathing. Let's take ourselves into the half lift, inhale, and then step back into the plank. And then we'll go all the way onto the ground. Let's do some breathing cobras. And so point through the toes. You don't have to go up too high. Inhale, just lift the chest a little bit. And exhale, lower yourself. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. We're going to stay now, so don't go too high. If you're not comfortable in this position, just go to Sphinx. Inhale, Cobra, and we'll stay. So tuck the elbows in, shoulders back, breathing deep, slow breath. If you wanted to make it higher, you can push through your arms. Last breath here in the Cobra. And exhale, release, peel back into a child's pose so that we can stretch our lower backs out. Child's pose. As we come into the child's pose, let's breathe backwards. So breathe backwards into the back ribs and the kidneys. That'll breathe into the spinal muscles that have just been short in the back bend. And let's go into a down dog with our hands onto the bricks. All right, coming into down dog, moving and breathing like a pump. Lift the right foot up towards the sky and exhale, bring the knee into the chest as you come forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step. Right foot in between the blocks. The back foot a little bit closer, back heel down, bend through the front knee. We're in warrior 1. Let's bring our hands up. Bend through the knee. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows and pull the elbows back. You can look up a little. Inhale, reach up. You look down a little bit. Exhale, look up. Elbows pull back, lift the chin. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your arm. Inhale, reach up. We'll bend and stay. Lift the chest through the arms, lift the chin. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, foot back. We'll just go straight back to down dog and bend 1 knee at a time. Breathing and moving like a pump on the other side. Lift the left foot up. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forwards. Okay, inhale, lift. Exhale, step. Back heel, ground, bend through the front knee. Lift the arms. Bend through the front knee, ground through the back heel. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows back. You're kind of pulling your chest through your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. You can look down as you reach up, but then look up as you pull the arms back. Inhale, reach up. Down and stay. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down dog. Let's just bend our knees 1 at a time, letting ourselves relieve our arms as they're up and over our head. Ground through your hands. Release your head and neck. All right, let's finish our sun salutation. Keep your hands on the blocks for the jump forwards. Why not? So inhale, step, walk or jump forwards. Half lift. Exhale, fold down. Hold the back of the legs and release into the forward fold for a couple of breaths. Release the head and neck. You can feel the lovely stretch at the back of the legs here. Back into chair pose. Inhale, chair pose. You can bring your fingertips to touch. And a few little slow bounces. Just get the hips, the knees, the legs to awaken. And we'll stay for another inhale. Inhale, chair. Exhale, Samastiti. Just give yourself a little shake. And the shaking is shaking the muscles that we've stretched with those bent elbow stretches, shaking these muscles, the boob muscles. Yes, the boob flesh is going to shake, but the shoulders shaking so that the pecs can shake up and down. Shocking the pecs into release. All right. So move the blocks off the mat so they don't cramp our style for the beginning of our sun salutation B. Let's do it again. So we're not going to stay in the chair pose this time. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Step back, plank. I'll do an extra breath here. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Going into the cobra for a breath. And then back to down dog. All right, bring the blocks into play again. We're going to be moving from 3-legged dog to lizard lunge. Inhale, lift the right foot up. Exhale, lizard, right side to right block. Take a breath in lizard. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, 3-legged dog, sweep up. Exhale, lizard. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, lizard. Inhale here. Exhale here, one more. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lizard. Inhale here. Exhale here. And then we'll just slow down the breathing and stop being so pushy on the breath. We'll just let ourselves linger here. So move the right block out of the way. So you've got an empty space there. You've got this lovely space in between the foot and the left block. So we're going to be reaching back and a big rainbow shape with the arm. Reach back and then reach forwards. We want to bring our right shoulder below the right knee. Reach forwards. That's it. Inhale, reach back, up and around. And exhale, reach forward. Go a little lower. So this is very lizard-like. You're going in between your torso and your knee as your shoulder going down, and then really reach back and forwards. All right, we're going to add one more aspect. Reach back, bend the back knee, see if you can catch the foot. And then reach forwards and go through the gap and see if you can touch the back knee. Okay, so bend the back knee, reach back, touch the foot. And then all the way through the gap, touch the back knee. So you're in straight legs when you touch the back knee. Let's do 2 more of those. It's really great for the hips. Hopefully we're warm enough to enjoy this hip mobility exercise. Reaching back, touch the foot, reaching through the gap, touch the back knee. Okay, well done. Bring the block back into play and we'll come out into down dog. Just bend one knee at a time. We're going to do three-legged dog to lizard lunge on the other side. Lift the left foot up, inhale. Exhale forwards, left side of left block. Inhale here. Exhale here. We're breathing and moving like a pump. Inhale, swing the leg up. Exhale, sweep it forward. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale forward. Inhale here. Exhale here, 2 more, sweep it up and back. Exhale forward. Deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale forward. Okay, so we'll just settle in for a moment. Just let your breath slow down. If you want to bring your hands into fists because your hands are getting tired, you can do that. Just let yourself accommodate this lizard in your life. Okay, move the left block out of the way. So you've got a free space there. You're going to be leaning on your right hand, big arc, reaching back, and then reaching forwards. Drop the shoulder below the knee if you can. Yes. Reaching up and back. And then reach forwards. Dropping a little lower than you usually would maybe. That's it. Reaching back. A big arc with the shoulder and the arm. Okay, let's add the foot. So reach back, bend the back knee, maybe touch or try and touch the back foot, and then through the gap, touch the back knee. So whatever you've got, don't be in any way aggressive with this exercise, this 2-part exercise, hip opening, reaching back, maybe touching the foot, maybe not. Reaching back through, maybe touching the knee, maybe not. Do 2 or 3 more. Last one. All right, let's take the block back into play. Sweep leg, lifts up, just let it lift once more and back into down dog and bend one knee at a time. Let's walk forwards instead of jumping forwards, walk forwards. Bring the blocks into the top edge. So you've got 2 tall blocks like stilts. And we're going to take the right foot behind the left foot off the mat, behind the left foot, and then walk your blocks across so you've got them underneath your shoulders, and then just rock a little into the front foot and into the bottom foot. So you're rocking into one hip and then the other hip. This is an adduction. So we're crossing our legs over the center line and then leaning into one hip and then leaning into the other hip. Just being careful of the knees. If the knees don't approve, you can bend them instead. All right, wander across to the other side with your stilts. Left foot comes behind the right foot. And just leaning, rocking from one hip to the other. Hopefully feeling a lovely opening in the outer hips, an unusual amount of length in those outer hip spaces. Okay, let's come back in to the center and we can bring our blocks out of the equation again. Let's finish the sun salutation. So hands at the back of the legs. We'll do the forward fold, release the head and neck. And let's inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, lift the hands. And exhale back into Samasthiti and have a little shake. Let the shoulders and the pectoral muscles have a little bounce. And just take a moment, pause for a moment, just standing in the strength and stability of your body, feeling the earth energy, feeling the cellular energy, feeling the energy of your own awareness. You can feel energy everywhere at its most dense form, the most material, to the most subtle form, to consciousness and as an energetic presence. The world, the universe, all of it, energy, sensing, feeling, appreciating. All right, we'll go straight into a warrior two on the right. So step the right foot back and just take a bend in the right knee. Back foot is square, bend and lengthen. We're going to do the side body movement now. So bring your elbow down onto your knee and the arm up and over in side angle, moving and breathing. Let's reach the left hand down the leg, reach up on inhale, reach to the ceiling and exhale, side angle pose. Going from reverse warrior, inhale, to side angle pose, exhale. We're stretching open side spaces now, reaching up, stretch open, and down, stretch open the top side. So in your own time, moving and breathing, not as pumpy as we have been with our legs. When we're getting to our arms, let's smooth it all out. All right, let's lean into the side angle pose. Take the fingers on the top shoulder, so the top hand, and just do some circles with that top arm, hydrating the tissues around the shoulder blade, around the back body on that top side. All right, reach up and over just for another moment, side angle. And come up and do the other side. So up and across, bringing the elbow down, the arm comes up and over, side angle. Keep the left knee bending, inhale, reach out. Then exhale down and across. We're taking fairly familiar sequences and enjoying how satisfying they are. We don't need to get too complex with our practice. The simpler, the better, so we don't have to think too much. Otherwise, our whole practice becomes a thinking exercise, trying to problem solve and work out what the instructions mean. Let's stay very present to the pleasure and the bliss of moving and breathing. Let's take all the thinking away and just enjoy the moving, the feeling, the sensing, the staying present. We'll take our side angle pose, fingertips come onto the shoulder. We'll just move the arm in circles, hydrating the tissues on that top shoulder. All right, so we're going to go into a sequence that we've done probably before. We're going to Skandasana on the right side. So both toes are facing out. Let your hands come to the floor before you come into one leg is in a squat and one leg is straight, Skandasana. And so you're going to go from side to side. Use your hands to support you going from side to side. So the squat leg is heel up and the straight leg is toes up. and then go to the other side. So once you've remembered what Skandasana is, just go from side to side, enjoying the pleasure of the feeling of the hips. And let's go to the right side again. So the heel can be lifted, that right knee, right side heel. Reach your hands down onto the floor. So the right side is a squat. That's it. That's it. Reach your hands forwards and then reach your hands to the left. So you're going to side stretch into the center between the knee and the foot. That's it. All right, we're going to go to the right side now. So walk your hands and your whole body to the right. We're going to be in a lunge. So the right knee might be over the right toes, and that's going to be okay. So now you're in a lunge. That's it, a low lunge on the right side. We're going all the way around to what's called mermaid. Bring the right foot slightly further back and then come all the way around. So the right toes have to move to the right side. That's it. So bring the right foot back slightly to get there. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yes, yes. This is called mermaid. Embrace the inner mermaid. And then up and around, we're back into lunge. So you can step the right foot a little bit further forwards again. Just lean into the lunge forwards. We're going to go back into Skandasana. So we're coming around to the left side. We're spinning around to the left. One leg is in a squat, one leg is long. Let's go to the left side now. So come across to the left side. So we're obviously using a little bit of attention for thinking. When we haven't done this sequence before, we're like, oh, that's right, I have to use a little bit of thinking. Okay, reach forwards with your hands in between your legs. Reach to the right. So you're reaching your hands into the center between the knee and the foot. This is now half Konasana. So you can really feel the inner right thigh probably in this position. How satisfying. Okay, coming around to left side lunge. So walking your hands around to the left side, bring the back knee down, you're spinning the back leg. Leaning forwards into the lunge. And we're continuing around into mermaid, but we'll have to bring the left foot back slightly and then open the right hip. So the left toes have to come to the left side. And we're going to lean into this side stretch. We're going to do that whole sequence again in our own way, in our own time. If your knees start to complain, you can just do the seated versions of postures. You don't have to follow along. So coming through the lunge, bring the left foot forwards again. Coming into Skandasana, you can lift the left heel. So in your own time, I'll keep guiding, but you can go as in your own time and in your own way. So Skandasana on the right. Reach into the center, reaching your hands into the center so you get that stretch in the inner thigh. Yes, exactly. Into the lunge, you can come all the way around. If you want to increase the lunge, you can bring the back foot into your hands and pull into a hamstring, and not a hamstring, a quad stretch, only if you want to. That's pretty crazy. And then coming all the way around to the right side, the toes have to peel open to the right side and into mermaid. Really push through the left hand when you're in the mermaid so you get the really deep side stretch. Okay, coming back around, make your way through to the lunge. Back through Skandasana. Let's go to the other side. So we'll just do one more round. Skandasana on the left. You can reach your hands forwards. Going around to the lunge. You can catch the back foot if you want to. Adding quad stretch. And then around, you'll have to pull your foot back before you go into mermaid and really push into the right fingers to get some serious side stretch. All right, done, my darlings. Come up and around. Last little lunge, back into Skandasana, and then into a full squat. Let yourself enjoy a moment in squat. All right, we're going to sit down and do some seated forward bends. So just give yourself a little hug out of that quite challenging little sequence there. Just give yourself a little hug. We'll come into Baddha Konasana. Hold the ankles, pull the heels into the groin, hold then the toes, butterfly for a moment. And then ease forwards. And we want to kind of allow this to be about the hips as well as the lower back. So we're just easing in because the bum's heavy on the ground. You're pulling the lower back spine forwards. Just being careful if you have any spasms or tension in the lower back, don't push into this one too much. But do breathe into the spine. Hopefully the hips are now suitably open for you to enjoy a posture like this. And then we'll ease out of that position. Let's go into Konasana, both feet open. And so you might just bring your fingertips behind you and lift up and out. So you've got a little bit of a access to the pelvis. So if you don't have access to the pelvis when you're sitting in this position, you'll need to be pushing into your fingers. If you've got access to the pelvis without the hands, you can bring the hands in front and then lean in a little. With the next few breaths, see if you can walk slightly further in. Keep the breath nice and deep. This abduction in the legs, feeling the inner thighs nice and open. You might feel it all the way from the groin, all the way to your knee. It might be in the hamstrings as well. It might be all the way through to the inner heel. It takes a bit of time for us to lean into this one. So incrementally, having a quiet moment with yourself, deep, slow breath. Well, before we change the way the legs are, just walk back. We're going to take our left hand onto the outside edge of the leg and side stretch. And so for some of you that might feel really comfortable, in which case the hand comes into the inside. You can open out into Konasana with Parigrasana, the opening of the gate. So it's usual that we'd maybe the extent of it would be that we could touch the elbow onto the floor, but it wouldn't probably go much further. So the hand is on the outside or the inside, and it might be that you change where the lower arm is just to make it more comfortable for you. It depends how you feel here. And then coming back into the center, have a little wiggle from side to side in the center. We'll do the other side. So either the right hand's on the outside, you're just pulling. It's kind of like the reverse warrior, or it can go all the way into Parigrasana, all the way down and into that open gate pose. In any case, really pulling open the side body. And then coming into the center, let's take the right knee to bend, but we're still quite open with the legs. We'll go into the twist and reach position. So you can frame the left leg with your hands, with two teepee hands. So you're moving your chest towards the left leg, then reach the opposite hand towards the ankle or the foot. Breathe deep, slow breath. So we're doing Janu Sirsasana as a real twist. We're breathing deeply into the back body. When we do Janu Sirsasana with the knee right out like this, it makes the twist kind of more of a feature of the posture. Changes the nature of the line of the pelvis. All right, we're going to go from Janu Sirsasana to Ardha Matsyendrasana. Come up, take the left foot over, hook it over the right knee. Make sure there's room for both sit bones to sit down onto the floor and form the twist. So now we get an opportunity to open the outer left hip, which is gorgeous and probably quite satisfying after all of that legs open stuff. Deepen and slow the breath. And then we'll come out of that position. Let's switch sides, left foot into the center. Very open version of Janu Sirsasana, adding a real feature with the twist. So frame the leg first with your two teepee hands. So you're really shifting the rib cage towards the straight leg. And then reach the opposite hand, which is going to be the left hand towards the foot or the calf or the ankle, wherever you can ground into this one. It's more challenging. It's probable that you can't go as far forwards as you usually do with this much twist involved. But it's really nice on that open side. On the bent knee side, we want this space. It really gets the QL, the lower corner, the lower quadrant of the lower back. We get some space there. Finally, some space in the inner quadrant of the lower back spine. But being careful not to overexert this one. And as we ease up and out, hook the right foot over the knee. Make sure there's room for both sit bones and hug the opposite arm around and into Ardha Matsyendrasana twist. You can really feel the right hip gets space on the outer side. Make it tall. Breath is a feature of all of these positions. All right, we'll unhook, we'll come out. All right, taking ourselves into a cross-legged position, we'll bring a block underneath our seat and sit up nice and tall. So a comfortable seat wherever that is for you. Let's do a mudra practice. Take your right hand face out and have a little cup in your fingers. Take your left hand and cup in for Ganapati mudra. Yeah. Okay. Soften the shoulders and you're pulling out just a little bit. You're not really wrenching. We're pulling out just a little bit. I'm going to take 3 breaths. Ganapati is Ganesha. Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. Clear your way. Whatever it is that you're wanting for, whatever it is that you're hoping for. It might be for creativity, it might be for something more material. Imagine that the path is clear. Create a clear channel. We're generating a little bit of energy to be sure, to commit, to our visions, to our dreams. We're going to change the direction of this Ganapati Mudra, but first we're going to put our first two fingers in a little kind of pointer, and then reach up and take the third finger and the thumb together and reach up and out, a radiant position. This position speaks of power, a kind of a warrior goddess power, a sense of being sure and powerful. And then we're switching sides, Ganapati Mudra. The left hand faces out, right hand cups in. We're just pulling out a little, clearing the path. Imagine if you had all that you need. Make it a vision. You have all that you need to do the things you need to do. Clear a path for yourself. From Ganapati Mudra into Chin Mudra, we're just going to take the first finger and the thumb to touch. Take the fingers down towards the floor, the other three fingers. Sitting nice and tall. Connected to the whole. Not separable from the wholeness of the vast universe. You're not in the universe, you are the universe. As am I, as are we, everywhere, everyone, everything. There's nothing separate or separable. All right, keep your left hand where it is. Take your right hand and you're just taking the circle that you've created right into your heart. So your heart's visioning outwards, as though you're seeing through the circle, seeing with a sense of clarity, a sense of love. The vision that you have, make it shine from your heart. It's likely a very generous vision. The things that you want are important, not only for you, but for us. Of course you need to succeed. Of course you need to clear your path and do the things that you're born to do. For us all, seeing straight through your heart center with a sense of clarity, sense of faith. We're just going to that short sequence of mudras again. We'll take your right fingers out, left fingers in, Ganapati Mudra. It's a little bit of charge, not too much. 3 breaths. Clear your path. Imagine that you have a great, beautiful, big, open space to fulfill your vision. You have all that you need. Powerful stance. Take the first 2 fingers, shine them up. Take the third finger and little finger to touch the thumbs. A sense of power, a sense of wealth, the wealth of your structure, of your energy, of the earth energy, of your body's energy, of your awareness energy. Ganapati Mudra, the left hand shines out, the right hand shines in. A couple of breaths here, clearing your path, clearing the obstacles. Chin Mudra, first finger touches thumb, the other 3 fingers shine downwards. Earth yourself, connected to the whole as you are. And then the clarity of vision of your heart center, take the right hand and just allow yourself to see through the heart center. You might like to sit for another few moments. You might like to just let your hands kind of tuck into the center. It might be a few moments of meditation or lying down into relaxation, whatever is going to support you right now. You might like to just lay still or sit still, or whether you're lying down or sitting up. We might like to reach our arms out on inhale, and we're going to hum through the center. Hum as your hands connect. You can do this sitting up or lying down. Each time you inhale, the arms come out. They connect, and then you hum down through the central channel. Have a sense of gathering yourself, gathering your blessings, and earthing them right into the center. You're bringing your blessings, your good fortune, the abundance, and earthing those blessings right into the home of your body. 2 or 3 more, sweeping open on inhale. The abundant coming home right into the center so that you can recognize yourself. You're recognizing yourself as a very blessed being with a great many resources and a great deal of support. It might be you take one more, reach up and open, and take that support right into the center. Let your hands just rest into the center for a moment. Anjali Mudra. What a pleasure to acknowledge the abundance together. What a pleasure to be alive together at the same time. What a pleasure that we've gotten to know each other over these years. What a blessing it is. It goes for everyone that you've ever met. What a blessing to know you. Namaste.